Hi Gemini, this is Adi from tarotforlifecoaching.com, and this is your monthly reading for June 2017. So it's a monthly reading for Gemini 2017. That's your card. I am using the Oracle cards again, so this is the Healing with Angels cards. And you have for this month ideas and inspiration. So new ideas, new inspiration coming for Gemini. Lovely. And I also draw a soul singing card this month. And then I built the tarot reading around that. This will be the foundation. So let's see what your soul singing card is this month. And I'm having that one. Okay, so you have twin souls. You will have been divinely guided to your twin soul. This person will be special in your life. Treat them with love and kindness. You may have had many lifetimes together, so learn your lessons well. Wow, so that is lovely, you know. So a real connection there this month with something or somebody. I would say somebody, but it's a general reading, so it will be panning out slightly different for everybody. But a real connection, soul connection with something or somebody. That is nice to start with. And so Gemini, if you connect with this reading, that is great. If you feel like it's not specifically for you, then it'd be better to order a private reading via tarotforlifecoaching.com, because this reading can obviously not apply exactly the same way for everybody watching. And but there is an option to order private readings. And I do like to thank you to everybody who's watching and coming back to visit my channel. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. I am, as normal for my monthly readings, I do 8 cards, 2 for each week, roughly. And obviously time is fluent, so these times it might not be exactly on the cusp of each week. Sometimes these readings apply to the beginning of the month, and then the rest of the month just feed on it for the rest of the month. So let's have a look here how this is going to work out for you. And I'm going to give you your overall energy for this month. So you have the Knight of Chalices in reverse. So the Knights are the bringers of the tarot often, and they bring you love and connection. It links in with the twin soul. The only thing, it's in reverse, so it may come in a different way than you expect. It may be in a completely different way. But something is going to be brought to you in terms of a love connection or something that you love. Now we start in the month of June with the 5 of Wands energy. 5 of Wands always shows a little bit of conflict or fighting your corner, fighting your territory. And it is combined with the 3 of Swords here in reverse. So already I'm seeing here that you, on the love area, or on the, yeah, let's keep it by the love area, that you have had to fight for something, that you have maybe experienced some heartache, and have been fighting your corner a little bit and making sure that there is space enough for you in that relationship. If this is for people together, then you probably have been through a bit of tumultuous time, I would say. I'm talking in past tense because the 3 of Swords is in reverse here. And we're talking about a situation that's going to get better because it's already there, it's already moving on in many ways. But it shows me that you've invested time and energy in making sure that you have, that you know, I want to say that righteousness brings to mind, like, you know, things need to be correct and right, and you not really want to let other people take your territory. If something is for you, it needs to be for you. And this is the energy that you have been fighting for, it feels like that, in this relationship. And for some people it could also be that you've been stabbed in the back, you know, and if it's not specifically to a love relationship, that you've been stabbed in the back and that you have been very upset about it. And again, it's past time. It's something that has been like a little quarrel of some sort. I don't know if that's a proper English word, but something's been like that. And let's see how we move on from it. So we have the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords here, sorry, in reverse. And we have the Four of Chalices. Four of Chalices keeps coming back in this reading for me. In this series of readings. I've had them quite a few times. We also have the King of Swords in reverse. And we have the Hermit in reverse. We have the King of Chalices in reverse. And we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So there is quite a process going on here. Already said that we're starting the month with this feeling of putting behind us some struggles related to something that has hurt you in the past. Could be a relationship, could be something else where you have felt hurt by, be grieved by. But then we're moving on to a more forward-moving energy. It's the King of, sorry, I keep saying the King, the Knight of Swords here. And if you look at the pictures, tremendous fire energy, as a tremendous speed of conversation. The swords often relate to conversation and through thought patterns and achieving things through our words and in some ways actions, but it's more verbal and it's more cerebral. It's more in our head, all the thoughts that we're going on in our heads. And there is a fast moving energy here, but it is reduced. The energy is reduced here because it's in reverse, but it doesn't mean it's not there. And maybe you have felt like you couldn't express yourself, you know, in reverse. The Knight again wants to bring you the information, and if you are the bringer of information, in reverse that would mean that it would be difficult to express yourself. I'm sensing that this may well have been the case and that you then have withdrawn a little bit. The cards are really asking you not to withdraw here. You know, you need to be reconnecting with the Hermit in reverse here. But there is a sense like you may have withdrawn, maybe you have not been able to express yourself in a way that you would have liked to. And what the card here is reminding you of, which is sometimes difficult to understand when you are going through a phase of coming to terms with grief or negativity, it's sometimes difficult to see the treasure in what's being offered to you. And the Four of Chalices here, chalices really relating to everything that is lovely, beautiful, love, romance, what else? It's related to your heart center, on an emotional level. And the universe really wants to offer you something. If you can see it here, there is this little cloud and it's giving you the chalice to show you there is plenty here. There are also chalices waiting for you to be discovered. And but at the time of this reading, you will be sitting almost with your back against it and you can't see it. Now the tarot is really encouraging you to turn around and to have a look at what's being offered here, because it's in disguise, you know, it's not openly available. You do need to open your mind in a way. You come out of your one vision, maybe if you have one vision, you know, broaden your vision, because then you can see how the universe is actually offering you this new love. And this is obviously related to the twin souls here, because this is your offer, Gemini. This is your offer that's coming in from the universe, and you need to open yourself up for it, because otherwise you would be missing it, and that would be a real shame, you know. So the offer of love is coming your way from the universe. You don't have to, it's already there, it's on its way. All you need to do is open your vision and, you know, turn around, have a broader look, and don't feel one way of thinking is the right way of thinking. It's really asking you to review that and just be open in your way of looking at the situation, because there's a lot of love being brought to you. We also have the Knight of Chalices here bringing you that, and again it's in reverse, so it's saying like open for it, you know. I want to bring it to you, be receptive to it. It's opposite, funny enough, the Four of Chalices as well. So it's the universe is really saying be open for receiving, and because you will find that love connection in that. Now, that doesn't for everybody mean necessarily a new lover or a new relationship. For some people it will, but for other people it may just be a renewal of their love connection. And if you have been through a struggling time, and if it's for a couple, then you can see that there has been a struggle, then you can reconnect again with your partner. And I do feel that it is important to speak up, though, Gemini. You do need to express yourself. You mustn't hold back, because in a way that facilitates also. If you communicate clearly, then it facilitates the opening up of your perspective, which means that you can see the love that's being offered to you. So we're moving on in the month, and we have the King of Swords here. Now, the King of Swords is in reverse, and it reminds me again of a situation where you may either not feel like you can express yourself, or where you feel another person is expressing too dominantly. Because the King is obviously a leader, it's a strong communicator. The swords are reflecting communication and strong thinking patterns, ideas, and mental processes, really. In reverse, the King of Swords can be a little bit controlling, and a bit strong in its energy. Now, if this is you, then if this is you combined with the other cards, I would say there is a need to learn to communicate your needs in a calm way, and to be a good listener, and to respect the boundaries of another. If it is another person in your life who is representing the King of Swords in reverse, then I would say really make sure that you are not overly intimidated by it, and that you stand your ground and believe in yourself, because you don't want to be overruled if that is the case. So there's a strong feel here about respectful communication. But there are gifts in this, there are so many gifts here being handed to you. So make sure that you see it. And there's also an energy here, Gemini, that wants you to come out, that doesn't want you to withdraw in yourself and be overruled. For instance, you need to start to come out of yourself. You might find that difficult, but you need to come out of your situation a little bit. With the Hermit in reverse, it's asking you to connect with the world and to let go of old grief, not to go into your own little world with old grief, but to share and to be there and to feel strong, and to start communicating again. There is such an element here, and I suppose it does relate to Gemini, very good communicators often, and it's asking of you to come out and communicate here. So then you have the King of Chalices here. King of Chalices is in reverse, and again, the king really being a mature energy, being in charge of his or her emotions, and feeling settled and in charge of his or her emotional life, and fulfilled. But in reverse, there is a sense of, how do I connect with my loved one? And it may feel, because the three of Wands here next to it is a card that is often relating to materializing things and for manifesting, prayers being heard and stuff like that. So there is a need for you to really connect with that you are starting to see that there are opportunities here for you to materialize. And that you're not overruled by your own emotions, you know, because in reverse, sometimes we can become very negative in our emotions, you know, we are feeling overwhelmed with emotions, or we can feel out of touch even. It can go that way as well with our emotional life and not connecting with other people. And there is such your main important card of this reading is your Four of Chalices here. Just a reminder that you open your vision and see what the gifts are this month, even if they come in disguise, and look broader, you know, look into the good of what is there, because there are many gifts here. And with that, you will be receiving inspiration and new ideas. If you see it like that, this is the bringer of new ideas. They're coming in. If you open yourself up for it, you can experience and see them. You can have new ideas, new inspiration coming in. So it's really asking of you. And the overall energy also with the twin souls here is I feel this is the gift in this reading, you know. It says you will have been divinely guided to your twin soul. This person will be special in your life. Treat them with love and kindness. You may have had many lifetimes together, so learn your lesson well. So even though there has been some friction or something that's not been okay in some way or another between partners or within, it could also of course be relating to work relationships, you know, just know that you are together for a reason, and that you can learn from this, that you have gone through so much over the years. This card is reminding you of that, and also through lifetimes, if you believe in that. And so the reasons, there are lots of reasons why you are together and why you're drawn together. And the gifts are slightly hidden, so you need to open yourself up for it. But Gemini, really come out of yourself, start communicating again, start really bringing yourself out there. You are allowed to speak your voice. You don't have to hide yourself. Your communication is important here. And when you start doing that and you start seeing your gifts that are part of this whole process that we've been talking about, then you will start to manifest again. I think in the past you have found it difficult to manifest new starts, but they are coming in, the ideas are coming in, and then this card, if you follow this, will be turned around and you start manifesting properly into your life again. So there is a bit of a process going on here. I hope this makes sense to you, Gemini. And I would like to thank you for watching, and I wish you a beautiful month ahead. And I hope to see you soon again. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and all those things. It's really much appreciated. And take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.